Y'all can't get enough of Undertale, and that is completely fine by me. I am more than happy to oblige. I've done 2 other videos on the Undertale OST at this point, and I gotta tell you, it's been some serious vibes. I have been roasted a little bit in the comments because I don't know the context of some of these, so I've been out here jamming to some of the really sad stuff, but that's fine, we'll just have a slow, sad dance party. Personally, that's what I find really, really interesting about these types of videos though, how differently something can be viewed if I don't have the context, purely going off the sound and the composition. So for me, it's been quite a ride and very fun. Before we start, I thought I'd let you know that I have a Patreon. You can get all kinds of cool perks over there, including an uncut reaction once per week. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, the link will be in the description below. All of the songs that I'm doing in this video were ones that were heavily requested in the comments of previous ones. So if you want a 4th Undertale video, feel free to comment some suggestions. The first one is called Another Medium, and it is number 51. Man, I love those scattered notes already. Look, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a little bit since I did an Undertale video, but I feel like this is a bit of a different vibe. That underlying bass hits really nicely, it really fills out the sound, and massively contrasts all the crazy notes that are coming out. It grounds that feeling of being erratic. Also, why does it feel like I'm in space? Does that make sense? It feels like a space song. Oh. It's like the Halo theme song if it was less edgy. Oh. That's a mad change. I don't even know how to describe that. It went from this like soundscape style to suddenly hitting double time, and I don't know, the way that bass was bopping, it could almost have been a new edge disco? I don't even know what I'd describe it as. Need Dua Lipa to sing over this. Oh my god, can you imagine? Oh, okay. I have really, really enjoyed when Toby Fox has given us top layer melodies that sound as though they're there specifically to carry the song. I've definitely said this in the previous videos, but he really makes intentional choices, and that also carries through to the melodies because it doesn't feel like these instrumental melodies are just chucked in there because they may as well. It feels as though they're thought out constructions. We're going back to the slowed down. So atmospheric, oh my god. It is like a little bit reminiscent of the older style Nintendo game music. I love how suddenly that hits back in. It doesn't mess with you, it's just, here we go. There are so many elements here, and I love that that kind of screeching synth is acting like a high harmony. Oh, these songs, they just suddenly end and I'm like, well, great. I wanted 7 times as long, thank you very much. In soundtracks, those are the kinds of songs that I always appreciate because I think, especially in a game like Undertale, there's going to be quite a bit of emotion, quite a bit of tension, and having songs that kind of serve to break that up, make it a little bit easier on the listener, and to establish tone shifts is really, really nice. I enjoyed that, and what's more, it felt quite simple, but not too simple. It was kind of exactly what it needed to be. And hitting that balance point is really, really difficult as an artist. The next one is called Your Best Nightmare, and it's number 79. I don't know how wonderful a nightmare can be, unless the point of the name is it's like, hey, I'm a nightmare, but don't worry, I'm not that bad. Maybe I shouldn't be trying to find too much meaning in these song names. That's certainly a tone shift. Oh my god. I love this. That's so intense. Feel good. Yeah, that's a little bit horrifying, ain't it? Actually, oh my god. Didn't expect that to cut through so high in my headphones. Well, this has to be a boss fight, right? Oh my god, that's erratic. It's got like a thrash metal sound, but 8-bit. I'm fascinated by Toby's ability to reference other genres and genre blend so well, while still sticking to what sounds like a game soundtrack and has that classic feel. See, now I'm really curious how this song is gonna get mixed up, because it can't just be this level the whole time. What? Okay then? That's so cute. Is that that's a key change too, right? I could be totally wrong here, but it feels like something worth mentioning. It kind of sounded like there was some strategic off-key notes in that last little section. If so, I'd imagine they're there to like throw off the listener, make it sound a bit more creepy and unnerving. It was just something that like stuck out to me. Oh, there's so many new things coming in too. Hell yeah. Okay, clean bass. Don't hear that enough. See, those notes, they sound kind of off. Like maybe the synth has been detuned slightly. It's hard not to love when it just comes back in like that. I didn't even think about how strange it is that I'm just vibing to this. It feels like the kind of thing I should be more aggressive about, not just sitting here floating in my chair. Oh, yeah. So relaxed. Talk about tension, damn. How do you squeeze in so many different tones in one song? I mean, don't get me wrong, that was really good, but my lord, I feel like I've been taken around the world. I'm just confused. In a good way, to clarify. In the comments of my previous Undertale video, there were a few people that mentioned the fact that these songs were created to loop, and that's one of the reasons they end so abruptly is because they come back to the start. That makes sense, and I'm very surprised I hadn't thought of that, but also I can see the intention and the technique with that song in particular, because that static radio change sound lets it cycle through so naturally. It's a really interesting idea, and I'm enjoying that I'm getting to pick up on these details now, thanks to my experience in listening to these songs already, and because of you guys. It kind of helps round out my listening. I'm not gonna lie, while that song slapped and the first one was also a bop, I'm still ready and waiting for something that's gonna make me want to cry. That's been the vibe and the crux of the last couple times I've listened to the soundtrack, and for some reason, I need it. I've been conditioned to crave sadness. But the title of this song gives me a little bit of hope that that might come true. It's number 63 and it's called It's Raining Somewhere Else. I mean, soft piano like that is definitely encouraging for what I wanted. Oh, that was a lovely chord, damn. Sorry to pause so quickly, but in talking about choices like I was before, I think it really shows through in even the simple things. Like, those were 4 different chords, and in whatever key it is, you have like a finite set of chords that you can use in that key, obviously, but generally there are chord progressions that are more popular than others, and I don't feel like it's all that often that you get a chord progression that just consistently flows down. I don't think there was a rise and a fall. Let's just take this down. Somehow it made it sound sadder than if there was a rise, even if that rise was in like a minor key. Oh. Such a simple melody, so gorgeous, and the way those keys are echoing out, so beautiful. Is that a double bass? I would love to hear this combined with the piano. Oh. Okay, I didn't think he'd go for like a lower sound on the keys. I thought he'd stick to that higher pitch melody we heard at the start. Oh, I mean, I'm still always gonna vibe to this, my God. I love the addition of the rain in the background. I don't know if that's been there the whole time. I think it was at the start, but having it in there now is just, it's very immersive. Ridiculous how good that is. No, don't end. Damn it. I mean, it wasn't quite as emotional as I was expecting, but damn if that wasn't freaking gorgeous. The compositional skill is off the charts and I'm angry about it because I'm jealous. Yeah, I'm like a 5-year-old. Sue me. One of the things that gets me about this soundtrack is sometimes in songs they introduce such lovely, beautiful sounds that I'm so here for, but they're only there for the start, or they're only there for a portion in the middle, and then they're gone. And again, I assume it's because they're meant to loop around, so you will hear them again in the game, but I'm just out here like shook by the piano, and I'm like, I need more of that. Please fulfill my soul. The last one we're gonna listen to, I'm actually surprised it's taken so long for me to get to. Bone Trousel, and it's Papyrus's theme song. I don't quite know what sound I'm expecting, but I do think we're gonna get something that's playful, a little silly, and probably very fast-paced. There we go, already. That's a bounce. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to like prevent myself from doing this the whole time. Wait. Does this play when he's introduced? Maybe? Because if you don't know, I actually have played some Undertale. I'm not very far into the game. I played some on stream and for a video once. I'll put a link in the description if you do want to see me play Undertale. But I did meet Papyrus and this sounds kind of familiar. Ah. There's some mad trills. Oh my god. Can't stop staring into those eyes. Or eye sockets, I guess. How is it so expertly crafted? Also, those are strings, right? There's totally strings in there. They're gorgeous. And then they change them to a synth. That's so cool. I like how that beat is getting dragged out because I don't know if it's the intention, but it does kind of up the intensity, makes it a little bit more tense. And maybe that plays into this idea of like when you meet him, it's like, do you trust him? You know, is he good? Is he bad? What's gonna happen? I like the kind of playful back and forth between those layers. The sound of that snare is so cool, it like punches through everything else. Honestly, it's about what I expected from a Papyrus theme. A little bit of a bop, a little bit weird, a bit flamboyant. If that mixture isn't just Papyrus, then I don't know what is. I still find it awesome that like 3 videos into doing Undertale stuff, I'm still just as blown away as I was the first time. I also thoroughly enjoy the fact that there's been a range of emotions that have come out of these songs, as well as the previous ones. Like I said at the start, it feels like I'm being taken on a journey, and it just feels like this has been a continuation of that. I honestly feel like the Undertale soundtrack could be such an interesting case study for how to establish tones. There's something about the way that Toby makes his things that just works so well for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to click that like button, and as always, have an awesome time until I see you next. See ya.